More than 2,000 years ago, a man called Xu Fu was dispatched by the first Chinese emperor, Jin Shuhuang, who longed for immortality, to lead a team of 3,000 young boys and girls to make a voyage to the east in search of panacea. The envoy had left with no return. Nothing but the seaport from where they set off has since been remembered by later generations. They named it Weihai. Swans and cranes are seen as divine creatures in China, with Weihai as their largest habitat in Asia. Every November, flock after flock of the sanctity swans would fly over here from as far as Baikal Lake in Siberia and Bayanluk grasslands in Xinjiang, the Uyghur Autonomous Region, to settle down. They enjoy themselves by frolicking and breeding and sharing harmonious life with local residents. It is not until April when the sanctity birds reluctantly bid farewell and return to where they came from. For precious species like gold vultures, seagulls, geese and cranes, Weihai is no doubt a paradise of sanctuary. When it is breeding season, thousands and thousands of seagulls would flock in by the sea, turning the coastal city into an ideal oasis for breeding and habitat. Geographically located between Beijing and Shanghai, Weihai is situated on the eastern tip of Shandong Peninsula and is surrounded by the sea from 3 directions. The city enjoys a pleasant Mediterranean climate. Nearly 100 islands of all sizes and some 30 beautiful bays are scattered over a 1,000-kilometer-long coastline. Occasionally, when the misty cloud rises, a spectacular natural wonder of mirage can be seen. When the sun sets and the evening sky is painted with colorful red clouds crowned with silver linings, the horizon is profiled with fishermen who are still working at the beach, accompanying themselves with the dreamy melody of Weihai City proper is green with patches of verdant trees and grass lawns almost everywhere. Neither cold shivering winter days nor sultry hot summers have ever been recorded. With fresh and humid air filled with the fragrance of flowers and the singing of birds, it's just like a huge garden somewhere in between the sky and the sea. It is believed in China that the universe is governed by 8 deities sharing domination of everything on earth. The sun deity is said to dwell on Zhengshantou in Weihai, for the first beam of morning sunglow always appears from the peak. A beautiful temple was built by the Chinese ancestors for the worship of the sun deity. No wonder the place was given its name by the Qin Emperor as the end of the earth and known to Westerners as the Oriental Cape of Good Hope. Mount Kunyu is the holy place of the Chenzhen sect of Taoism, as well as the most famous fairy mountain in the sea. Qiu Chuji, one of the 7 disciples of the Chenzhen, is said to have been here for studying and preaching Taoism, later to become the state master of the great emperor Genghis Khan. Tracing the relics of present-day Kunyu Mountain, one can still have a vague picture of the majestic atmosphere when Taoist schools were flourishing. China has been influenced by Buddhism for more than 2,000 years. Being the western neighbor of the native place of St. Confucius, Weihai is where Confucianism, Buddhism, and Taoism have subtly merged into one culture, which has deposited itself in the blood and soul of later generations, forming an exclusive traditional culture in the region. Now, on every big occasion, like the Spring Festival days, weddings, or the day a child is born, Weihaian would celebrate with all kinds of colorful festive activities, like putting up Spring Festival couplets on both sides of their doors, cutting paper patterns for window decorations, hanging beautiful red lanterns, or enjoying the performance of lion dancing, traditional opera, and folk drama. Foreign visitors, even those from other parts of China, have been greatly impressed by Weihaian people and their hospitality, straightforwardness, as well as their sense of modernity in ancient manner. Many foreign expatriates live here for good. They love the beautiful ecological environment as well as the local people in the city. More than a century ago, British expatriates living in Weihai had tried to build the city into a tourist and resort center for European living in China. The first golf course in China was built by Englishmen on Liugong Island of Weihai in 1902. Liugong Island is also the birthplace of the Beiyang Fleet, also known as the Northern Fleet, the first Chinese navy in modern history. It was here that the furious battle of famous Jiawu War between China and Japan took place, become an outstanding tourist destination and international resort center. The city has been awarded by the United Nations with the Habitat Scroll of Honor Award. With all kinds of tourist activities like golfing, hunting, hot spring bathing, boating, and fishing being in full swing. The city prides itself on having the most challenging golf course in Asia. Almost every single hole on the course is designed to have a view of the sea. For every single swing of the club, there's a picturesque scene where the golfers and the sea are so miraculously combined into one. There are 14 hot springs in Shandong Peninsula. 9 of them are located in Weihai and are mostly of seawater, which is rarely seen. With many trace elements, bathing in these hot springs can bring about apparent effective treatments on the human body. Imagine bathing yourself in the hot spring with misty warm vapor rising all around your fair complexion. What a fascinating experience it would be. After taking a hot spring bath, it would be even more refreshing to have a taste of the seafood that has just been brought to you right from the sea, or to enjoy other delicious local flavors. Apart from the splendid and comfortable living environment, convenient transportation and communications have made it possible to keep all the enjoyment within reach, making all the happiness easily accessible. Having been here, you are sure to be greatly impressed by the beautiful city of the Oriental Cape of Good Hope. The marvelous long soft beaches, the beautiful sea, the golf course with fascinating sea views, and the spectacular mountain in the sea will all leave you with unforgettable memories.